It seems like it's so far. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm on time. I'm on time. I'm on time. I'm on time. Hey everybody, tuning in. You already know what to do when you come on in. Make sure you go ahead and drop those green hearts. Let me put the banner up now so y'all can start dropping the green hearts. And go ahead and hit the like button, the thumbs up button for your girl. How's everybody doing? We're going to go ahead and get started in a few minutes. I just want to give the live a few minutes so people can come in, make their way into the live. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Tonight, I'm drinking my margarita. I'm feeling much better. I'm rejuvenated and I'm here. Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in with me tonight. Thank you all. Thank you for dropping those green hearts. Hey, Cammie. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, y'all. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes so I can let people come into the live. Let me go ahead and put my lip gloss on. So last night, y'all, your girl wasn't feeling too well. More so, look at that glow. More so, I was tired. When I say tired, hey, Desire. Hey, Miss Jess 50. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit the like button for your girl. Drop those green hearts on the way in if you have not done so yet. So I was giving it a few minutes, but I think we're ready to go. So just wanted to talk to you all really quickly about, the rest of the week. So I was not feeling well yesterday. More so I was tired. Like when I say tired, I was tired. I worked the whole weekend. And I think my sleep just caught up with me. So I worked the whole weekend and then I stayed up, like I did lives every day. And then I stayed up late to like after midnight, 1 o'clock. Not last night, but the night before I made a bunch of lip gloss the night before, literally to like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I had to get up. Yeah, I've been getting up working at 6:30. So all week I've been getting up at 6:30. I had to be to work at 6:30. I got up at 5. So staying up until 12:31 and then getting up at 5. And I literally think it just caught up with me. So yesterday I was so tired. I had a headache. I was like, I gotta lay down. I'm not even gonna be able to make it to 8:30 for this live because I'm so tired. This was like 6 o'clock. I was dozing off. Literally yesterday I laid that head down on the pillow and I was out. But I'm refreshed and rejuvenated. I was off today. So I've been off all day today. So rejuvenated. And then tomorrow, y'all, I'm probably going to have to move the live up. So I work tomorrow night. I work the night shift. So I go into work at 7:30 p.m. So there's no way I'm going to be able to do a live at 8:30. But I can move it up. So we could do it at like 5 or 6 or whatever. And then on Friday, I will not be able to do the live because Friday I am going to be in the air. So we going on leave, on vacation, and our flight is literally at like 5 o'clock in the evening. So I will be in the air around this time, or just about to land, basically. So I will resume with you all on Saturday night, but I will not be able to do a live on Friday because we travel on Friday. It's a travel day. Yeah, so tonight I just kind of left it as Q&A. Over the weekend and maybe on my flight, I've been trying to do a little bit of research on the Vanessa Guillen because I know y'all wanted me to talk about the whole Vanessa Guillen. I actually did do a video on it back in the summertime when the story first broke. So if you want to see like my initial thoughts on it, go ahead and check the video that I have up on my channel. But there's been more facts and more information that has come out since then. I think at that time they were still maybe looking for her killer. I don't think they had found her killer yet when I made that initial video. So I'm just trying to get all of the facts before I go live on and talk about it coming up. So, but I will do Vanessa again, maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday or Monday. Before Christmas though, because we need to lighten up the mood by Christmas. So I really appreciate y'all joining me. Hey, I gotta say hey to my awesome people that's in here. So Cammy being here every night, Antoinette. Hey Desire. Hey Nancy. Thank you. Hey Danique. Got my military ID. Okay, girl. Hey Gina. Thank you for joining. Hey the gamer Scoop. Hey Logan. Thank you for joining. Hey Levy. Hey Sadia. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, please, please, please. We got some new people in here tonight. And I'm literally just going to open it up to question and answer. I don't have a specific topic that I want to talk about. Just whatever y'all got, we can chat about it. So Denise says she got her military ID card. Somebody asked about my MOS. Oh, the Gamer Scoop said, what is your MOS? So my MOS is a 68 Quebec. That is a pharmacy technician. And I didn't know, like when I joined the military, I always tell y'all, I didn't know that pharmacy had like two sides to it, I would say. So just think about that and really, really look into your MOS when you all are picking MOS, like the pros and cons of that MOS, and like really, really look into detail everything that MOS does, because just reading a little blurb on, military.com is not going to give you the full depth of what you would do in that job every single day. And if possible, find somebody that has that job. So now that YouTube is so big and social media is so big, you can literally probably Google every MOS and find somebody that knows somebody that does a video on somebody that has the MOS that you're looking for. So see if you can contact somebody, talk to that person, watch a video on it. When I joined, I had no clue what a 68 Quebec did. Literally, the only knowledge that I have of a pharmacy technician was that they work at like Walgreens and CVS and they give you your medicine. I did not know what it entailed. Had I known what it entailed, I probably would not have picked that job. So my job entails outpatient and inpatient. I was always scared of inpatient, but now I love it. I work in inpatient pharmacy. I love it. I don't actually see patients. I just make their medications when they get admitted to the hospital, and we give it to the nurses, and the nurses administer the IVs in their medication. So I did not know that when I picked that job. What are your thoughts on people joining the Army in their 30s? So we talk about this. I talked about this a couple times in my videos, Gina, and my thoughts on people joining at an older age. 30 is not old, but my thoughts on people joining at 30 or after 30 are go ahead and do it. Don't wait. I think people that join at 30 and older are very, very mature. Their problems, or the problems that they will encounter and face, is number one, the physical part. You don't have those mega knees anymore. You don't have those juicy knees that you can do all that running and stuff that you have to do. So you have to train longer so you don't get hurt. And that's the hardest part for people that are older, is the physical part. It takes them longer to get in shape, especially if you are out of shape and you haven't, been very physical in the last few years. And then dealing with the younger people, like the millennial age people, are a whole different breed. Literally, like they have very little respect for people that are older than them, and they have no problem talking to them all types of sideways. And so you have to deal with that in basic training, and when you get to your duty station, people that grew up a different way than you and have very little respect. So it's very, very hard sometimes to deal with those type of people. Those are the two biggest issues that you are going to encounter. Cammy said, I meant to ask you about the hair. I said, can you wear a puff, or does it have to be in a bun only? So I answered that question. I thought I did. So it does not have to be in a puff, but it depends on, we talked about it. It depends on the size. So, I mean, if you have long, stringy hair like this, then it has to be tucked down. But if you have like a very tiny, short little puff, then it has to be, you may be able to let the puff out. But in basic training, I would say play it safe. In basic training, just twist it up, braid it up, put it in a bun. It doesn't have to be a sock bun, but it does have to be a bun. They are very, very strict in basic training, more so than when you get to a regular, past basic training into your duty station. And Gina Star said, I'm 34. That is not old, girl. Go ahead and go for it. You can do it. That is not old. You can do it. Oh, snap. I'm a 68 Echo dental specialist at fellow 68 series. Yes. Dental in the house. Hey. Yes, dental is in the house. I really have a newfound respect on people that are dental. Like I said before, they tried to give me that MOS initially, and I was like, no. And I still don't think I could do it today, but dental has, y'all got a good gig going on. Nancy said, I want to join when I finish my pharmacy tech program. Will my certificate do anything if I get the job as far as pay? Should I bother taking the state test before trying to join? No. I would say, so you don't have to be certified at all. You don't have to have any prior knowledge of pharmacy technician or be certified to join. Now, if you are certified, if you do have the pharmacy technician degree before you join, then you will skip AIT. You will pass, go, and collect $200. So for the people that have a pharmacy technician certification that are currently already practicing as a pharmacy technician before they join the military, you don't have to go to AIT. That is the one MOS that I know you could skip the whole AIT and go. But you don't have to have any prior knowledge of pharmacy to go to basic training. They will train you and do all of that jazz with you in AIT. So it is up to you. And I would make sure that is, in your contract before you go. What made you decide to join the military, and has it changed for the better? Hey, Miss Jessie, I like your little picture. You just look so sweet. So that's a good question. So I have a video on that as well. Y'all gotta watch. Y'all gotta go check out all my playlists. Like I literally have, I have like 360 videos. I've probably done a video on everything under the sun when it comes to military so far. But that's in my military 10 for 10 series. So like 2 years ago, I did a military 10 for 10 where I did 10 videos for 10 days straight. And that's in my military 10 for 10. But the reason I decided to join the military was I was away at college. So I had a boyfriend. It all starts with a boy. So I had a boyfriend before I left for college, like before my high school boyfriend. I went away to college. When I went away to college, he introduced me to his cousin that lived in the city where I went to college. So I went to college in New Orleans, Louisiana. And he introduced me to his cousin because he knew that his cousin lived there. So I would know somebody in the city, so when I went away to college, if I wanted to go over there on the weekends, I could hang out with her. And so he introduced me to her. She had just come out of the Army. She had just had a baby. I think her baby was like not even 1 yet. So she just had a baby, and she was like, I had so much fun in the Army. It was so, it was such a great experience. The only reason why I got out is because I got pregnant and I got out. She was like, but as soon as my daughter is able to talk, like if I could put her on the phone and she could talk and tell me how she's doing, I'm going right back in. So that just kind of is what put it on my mind. Because before that, that was never even a concept that I would even think about as joining the Army. So she just talked it up to be the best thing since sliced bread. I went back home right when Hurricane Katrina hit. I went back to Michigan and we lived together. Me and that same boyfriend moved in together, and we got into it, fighting, cheating, everything under the sun. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go talk to me a recruiter, and I'm joining the Army. Like, what am I staying around here for? I could go to school for free. I'm not married to this person. There's nothing going on here. Like, why would I stay here? I could see life, see the world, go on with my life. So I went into the recruiting station. The recruiter was fine. When I say you fine as wine, that's what got me. Fine. And he talked me into it. I was already ready to go, but he just smooth talked me into it. And so I said, sign me up. And that's how I joined the military. Got into it with my boyfriend, basically. Went into the recruiting station. He was cute. I said, sign me up. And that's where I've been ever since. That's why I decided to join. And yes, it has changed for the better. I met my husband when I got in the military. I have advance as a person, as a woman, as a, you know, entrepreneur, as a leader, a soldier. It has definitely changed my life for the better, because if I would have not joined, I would have probably been barely trying to, you know, finish through school, still hanging out with the same people that is still there doing the same things that they was doing when I left. Like when I go home on leave, people still doing the same old things. People don't have no money. People got 2, 3, 4, and 5 kids. People don't have a paying, like a good paying job. Like people still work at McDonald's. Like I'm too old to be making minimum wage with 3, 4, 5 kids. So yes, it has definitely changed my life for the better. Every time I go home, I tell people, what are you doing? Like, just join the military. You don't have nothing else to lose. Logan said, I retired back in April 2019. I'm thinking about going back in. Will I have to repeat basic again? I don't know. That's a good question. You know what? I do see permanent party, like people that used the prior military going back to basic training. I think they actually had a news article on like this old person that was in basic training. Like when I say old, I'm talking about like 40s, because he came back in, he was prior military. So I don't know, Logan. I would definitely talk to a recruiter. So my question to you is, why did you get out, and what's making you want to come back in? That's a very good question, because I hear people all the time, I'm just getting out. I'm getting out. I don't like it. I don't like people telling me what to do. This sucks. I don't want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do PT. But the grass is not always greener on the other side. Now, some people do have some valid reasons to get out. Some people have medical issues. Some people have hardship, like, you know, hardship reasons why they might need to get out. But I'm just curious to know why you got out and why you are thinking about getting back in. Because I hear that often. Like, I should have stayed in, or I wish I was still in. Han said, just wanted to say thank you for your selfless service, Staff Sergeant. I am U.S. Army Active Duty Infantry. Okay. Retire and OEF, OIF combat veteran. Salute. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for your service, because infantry, baby, that's hardcore right there. But thank you for your service. Logan said same. Yes, Logan always trying to get people to do 11 bang bang. Danique said, which is better for me. Danique, I know you're not asking me that. Danique, you done been in more than one live. I know you're not asking me. Anybody can chime in the comment section and give Danique the answer. I spoke to someone today and he's saying that I should wait even though I have a family. So, Danique, I always tell people active. There's going to be a very slim chance that I tell you reserve. You say you have a family, and I'm trying to figure out why they're saying you should wait even though you have a family. Are you married? That's one question. So you say you have a family. Are you married, or are you a single parent? Let me know. Any aviation MOS in here? So Antoinette want to know, is there any aviation in here? Y'all please let her know. What's the most embarrassing thing that happened to you in basic? So like basic, nothing happens in basic. Like basic is just fun. Like it's just an experience. Like nothing crazy happens in basic. I'm trying to think. The most embarrassing thing that happened to me in basic? Nothing. I literally can't think of anything embarrassing that happened. Nothing. Like in basic, you don't want to be the person to stand out. That's where you don't want to stand out. You want to blend in with everybody. I never got in trouble. I never did anything outside of the box to be noticed. Nothing embarrassing happened to me. Nothing happens in basic. Like I don't know what people think basic training is like. Are you allowed to have a mohawk in basic training? Because I'm thinking of cutting my hair into a mohawk. No, you cannot have a mohawk. That is considered a faddish style. Desire, was you in this live the other day when I talked about hairstyles? You cannot have a mohawk. You cannot have any faddish hairstyles. Hey, Army Princess, Michelle from Arizona. Hey, Michelle. Thank you for joining. Make sure you hit the like button, y'all. We got over 20 people in here because y'all been hitting the likes button. So please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button for your girl. Now this is the kind of questions I like to see. Any goals for 2021? Well, Gina, since you asked me, I do have goals for 2021. So my number one goal for 2021 is to get my health back in shape. Like when I say health, like I'm not like sickly, but to get back on a healthy physical workout regimen because COVID killed it. Like COVID, you can't go to the gym. It's just a lot of stuff that kind of went downhill because of COVID. So I want to make my fitness more of a priority. For those of you all who know, I love to run. I love to run. I did the Army 10 miler last year, and I did a few half marathons. So I want to just get back into it. I want to do more self-care, like practice more self-care, take time for myself and do more self-care. I want to start school, go back to school and work on my master's. And I want to take my business to the next level. So I know 2021 is going to be big for my business. I'm already claiming it. I'm already praying on it. I got a lot of things in store for 2021 when it comes to the Army Princess Collection. I'm super duper excited. My goal is to do 3 times what I did for Black Friday this year, and I made over $1,000 this year for Black Friday. So I'm just trying to take it to the next level and make it more mainstream. Make it mainstream, a big brand. My ultimate goal for my collection is to get it in all of the PXs and BXs. So when people walk in there and they're looking for cosmetics and beauty products, they see my stuff and they buy it. So thank you, Gina. Danique said, my bad. I deleted it. You good, Danique. Danique said, I'm married. So yes. So if you're married, I would definitely suggest you go active duty. Get that experience for your family. Go. Because maybe you could go overseas. Maybe you can do like all of the things that you probably wouldn't normally do if you stay at home. Like, what's the purpose of you doing reserve? I'm just curious. Like, why are you thinking about doing reserve? Is it because you want to stay home? And I always tell people, if your reason for doing reserve or National Guard is because you want to stay home, then you don't need to join the military. The military is not for you. It should not be because I want to stay home. If that's the case, don't join. You should be wanting to go places. You should be wanting to go see the world. You should be wanting to get that experience. If you saying, I want to do Reserve and National Guard because I kind of want to do the military, but I really want to stay home, do not join. Reserve and National Guard is not the same experience as active duty. You are not going to get the same experience. We have people in here all the time that talk about how horrible the Reserve and National Guard experiences because those people don't do it every day. You get 1 week in a month and 2 weeks a year. That's not the same as me doing it, living it every single day. You're not going to get the same experience. Now, Danique, if you got like a high paying good job that you just can't leave, like you a doctor, you a lawyer somewhere, you making bank and you like really can't leave your job, that's the only reason why I would say do Reserve or National Guard. But if you want the benefits, especially since you say you have a family, get the benefits. My child can go to the ER anytime, anywhere, and I don't have to worry about it. I can make my child a doctor's appointment any day of the week. I don't have to pay a copay. I don't have to do anything. For me and my husband and my family, we are set when it comes to medical, anything medical, especially right now with COVID going on. All I have to do is say I got a cough, they'll give me a free COVID test. Like the medical benefits alone is worth going active because you don't get it when you reserve a National Guard. You have to pay like a medical plan like you normally would at a regular job. So I would say go active, especially since you're married. Joshua said, I'm actually in reserve trying to go active duty. My 368 is in the process for active duty at this moment. See, we got people trying to go active duty. Joshua, what is your reasoning for wanting to go active? Maybe that will help Danique out. Like for the people that are reserving National Guard and are thinking about going active, why? What is your reasoning? And why did you do reserve in the first place? Like, I'm just curious, not trying to be funny. I'm just curious on your choices. Han said, Roger that, Staff Sergeant. You are very welcome. I have been a subscriber for a while. Thank you. Best of luck to you and yours in the coming new year. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Basic training is a fun experience after red phase. I agree. After red phase. Yes, blend in and be a ghost, but also know your info and be in the right uniform at the right place at the right time. Are we allowed to bring coconut oil or shea butter? Wait, and then I'm laughing at the picture because she looked like she really want to know. I don't know, y'all. Like this newfangled stuff. When I went to basic training, I didn't even think about bringing stuff like this. I just showed up. And it depends. Like some places might let you ride with it, and some places might make you take it away. I would say bring it. The most they could do is make you throw it away. But if they don't make you throw it away, at least you have it. It just depends. Some of that stuff just depends on the drill sergeant and on the day, but just bring it and see. You can, but you will be able to get it from the troop store or order online during your Wi-Fi. Joshua, we order one online. We ain't order nothing online. You ain't had your phone long enough to get stuff online now. Dominique said, hey, you're super inspiring to me. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Dominique. I'm glad I can help you. I'm highly interested in the Navy, specifically to join the reserves. But on the other hand, I really want to be a rescue swimmer, which is only active duty. I like your channel because you're informative. Thank you. So I will talk to a Navy recruiter. If you're really, really interested in Navy, talk to a Navy recruiter, but you already said you have to be active for that. Why do you want to do reserve, Miss Jessie? Why not just go active? Joshua dropping green hearts. Desire laughing. Because Desire, you already know. You've been in my life long enough, girl. You know, girl. You already know. They said I would be an E1. Probably so. I mean, that has nothing to do with it. Be an E1. You can take a PT test before you join the military. You can learn the phonetic alphabet before you join the military. All of that will at least get you to E2. But there's nothing wrong with coming. You should at least come in as an E2. Ask them to take a PT test. Ask them for you to learn the phonetic alphabet, and you should be able to come in as an E2 at least. But there's nothing wrong with being an E2. I came in as an E2. It's very hard to come in as a PSC or a specialist. As a specialist, you have to have a degree. Depending on how many college credits, if you have college credits already, that might bump you up to an E3. So take that information to your recruiter. But I never heard like you have to wait or you have to do reserves or else you'll be an E1. I never heard of that. Hell no. No, that's why I joined the Army. Active duty. Look, Cammy said active duty. Shea Butter said thank you. And Joshua, I had a situation with my enlistment process. That's why I went reserve and active duty is better. See? Desire, are there any wars going on right now? I wouldn't say there are any active wars, but people are like still Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait. Like people are still over there. But there's not like any like bang, bang, shoot 'em up active wars going on right now. We're mostly there like for stabilization. I love my job, full-time MP, 31 Bravo. Okay. So Joshua is MP. We got MP in the house. MPs have it. I feel like MPs have it hard. I'm not an MP. I don't even really have any MP friends, but I just see like all of the stuff that they do and they have to deal with. And they have long hours like us, like nights, weekends. There's no days off. I mean, you do get a day off, but you know what I mean? Like you work all day, all night. It's not like a regular job like Monday through Friday. Yeah, baby. Scott said, hey girl, hey Andisha, I get to go in as an E3, so glad. That's awesome. So Andisha, how did you get to go in as an E3? Was it because you have college credits, or what'd you do to get promoted already? There are things that you could do to get promoted already. And Danique, check out my video about how to get promoted in the military, because I have ways that you can get promoted fast. I would like to go reserves because I work at a job that I really like and enjoy right now. If things change, I will consider active duty. Okay. So Ms. Jessie says she has a job she really likes. And that's what I said. If you have a job that, I said if you have a job that's really, really paying, but if you have literally have a job that you really like, then maybe reserves is for you. So what would be the reason for joining the military anyway, period, then? Why not just do your current job full time? Is it because of the benefits, because of school? So I got promoted to E3 at Meps when I graduate from basic training. Will I get promoted again? So you can get promoted in basic training if you get a waiver. So if you do awesome things, if you are a platoon sergeant, if you are going above and beyond and your leadership sees that, right now they are issuing waivers for promotion. So usually I would say from E3 to E4, it's like almost 2 years before you can get promoted, like an automatic promotion, but you can get what's called a waiver, where they waive that time and they just promote you early. So it is possible, but it depends on you in basic training. Not everybody gets it. They only give out a certain amount of waivers per cycle. But you have to really go above and beyond and show that you are a leader, and you might get it. Michelle said, I know you've answered this before in prior videos, so sorry for asking again, but what is your recommendation for getting in shape to qualify to join in best diet practices to lose weight? So I have a whole video on that. It's actually doing very, very well. Make sure you check out that video. It's literally called like how to lose weight to join basic training or the military. But for getting in shape, I would say start working out now. Start running, start slow, running and weightlifting, whatever you can. Start doing it now and build on it. So if you run a mile this week or you run 1 block this week, next week run 2 blocks, or next week run 1.25 miles, and add on until you get to 2 miles. Start doing your 2-mile time. After that, start working on decreasing the time that it takes you to get to that 2 miles. Lift weight, because right now, if they still go on with the ACFT, is a lot of weights that's involved. It's not just push-ups, sit-ups, and 2-mile run. So lift weights, run. That running and the weightlifting will help you lose weight. So I used to tell people, oh, cut carbs and do this and that. I've literally done it where I did not cut carbs because I like my oatmeal. I like my sweet potato. I like my brown rice. I like my bananas. I like those things. And those things, like you, they are healthy for you and good for you. So I would never again tell people to cut any food group out. But portion control, that is the key. Portion control. And you really only need to eat about 3 meals a day. If you eat 3 balanced meals with a lot of vegetables, because nobody said you can't have vegetables for breakfast. I used to literally load my plate up with broccoli for breakfast, eggs and broccoli and toast. But portion control and 3 balanced meals a day with a lot of vegetables. If you put over half of your plate with vegetables, that fiber will fill you up so you won't have to eat so much other junk. Eat enough protein. If you can't get the protein in your meat or in your eggs or whatever, do a protein shake. Do a few protein shakes a day. So eat a good breakfast, have a protein shake. Eat a good lunch, have a protein shake. Eat dinner, and that's it. No snacks in between, only water in between. You will lose the weight. I guarantee you, especially if you lifting weights and you running. That's the best way. Cut out all. I will tell you to cut out the sugar. You don't need sodas. You don't need any cakes, pies, cookies, all of that stuff. Do not snack in between your meals. Your body is not made to graze. Grazing helps your body like keep those chemicals up to where it's hard for it to flush everything out. So you don't need to eat snacks in between. When you finish that meal, eat all of that meal, drink water. Do not put anything else in your mouth until the next time it's time for you to eat. Only water. And then after dinner, eat dinner at a sensible time, about 7, 8 o'clock. Do not put anything in your mouth until the next morning when it's time for breakfast. I will get to have the chance to become an E4 during training, or do I have to wait the 2 years minimum? I don't know what you are coming in as. I think you said you were coming in as an E1. I'm not sure. It depends on what you come in as, but from E3 to E4, it's about 2 years unless you get a waiver. It's not, it's automatic in 2 years. I was just in Jrtc in high school. Okay, girl. Desire said, can you buy snacks at your duty station or AIT? So you can buy snacks at AIT. You can buy anything you want when you get to your duty station. You just can't buy any snacks in basic training. So basic training, you cannot buy any snacks. But once you get to AIT, you will have free time on nights and weekends where you can go to the PX or whatever, go to the stores, go to the shop at. Like right now in San Antonio and AIT, they have a whole shop at. They call it a shop at. It's basically like, you know, when you go to the mall, the food court area in the mall, and they have like all of the little restaurants together, and then they may have a few little random little stores. That's what the shopette is. And I know in San Antonio, they have that like all over. So they have like a food court, basically a food court with a few little bitty small little stores in it. The food court had like, mostly all the military bases have the same restaurants. So I want to say Popeyes, they have Burger King, they have Subway, they have usually like a pizza place. They used to be like Anthony's Pizza, but like now they got Pizza Hut. So in our food court, so we have a food court on base in our PX. When we go, like if you want to go eat lunch, the food court has Boston Market, Charlie's, Popeyes, Subway, Arby's, I think. Arby's or Burger King, and then Cordoba. So you can buy food, but just after basic training. That's a good question. Associate's degree and a half a bachelor's degree had a total of 90 credits. Oh, girl, you should be able to at least come in as a PFC. That's an E3. So you should be able to come in as an E3, but if you get a waiver during basic training, then you will get promoted to E4. If not, then you'll just fall into the regular rotation of promotion, which is about 2 years. Is it true that some countries like Afghanistan and Iraq are haunted and people deploy out there to see stuff sometimes? Hunted? I don't know about that. I never heard of that. But people do get deployed there. People still there right now. But it's kind of quiet there right now. Thank you for the green hearts, y'all. Thank y'all. We had like 35 minutes, y'all. Thank you. Lindy said thank you. Michelle LaBrandy said thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all had some good questions. Did I skip a bunch of questions? I want to submit my green to gold packet after I obtain my degree. For everyone in this chat, active duty is the best way to go. Look, Joshua is pushing that active duty, and I hope you do submit your green to gold packet. You better go ahead. I want to submit that packet. Please do. Miss Jessie said, I'm currently in grad school trying to complete my MBA in healthcare administration. I was hoping to get assistance with school and be able to serve my country. Is very important. Okay. So it looks like you got like some good goals and some good reasons why you want to go reserve. Go for it, girl. Especially you in grad school. If like you're currently in school, then I would definitely say do reserve. The only thing though, I think you still have to do basic training. So you would have to still leave for the 10 weeks to do basic training, and then you come back to school. But you have good, valid reasons to go reserve if that's what you want to do. So go for it. Healthcare administration, that's awesome. I would say maybe consider finishing your degree, and then you can come in as an officer and get the student loan repayment program where they pay back all your student loans. And then you come in, you still serving, and you come in as an officer. That's an option too. ACFT is different, so practice now, especially the sprint, drag, carry, and leg tugs. Yes, Joshua, let them know, because that ACFT is no joke. What's your best moment being in the Army? That is a good question. So my best moment is... What's my best moment? My best moment, I think I talked about this the other day. The first time one of my soldiers got promoted was the best moment. And then like the first time I got promoted to sergeant, like sergeant NCO, because it's different. E1 through E4 is automatic. Like you don't have to do anything special. The Army's going to promote you on that day that you hit, like the day that you hit your time is going to show up on your ERB. You're going to get promoted. But when you get promoted to E5, it shows that you did some work like to get there, because you are ultimately what allows you to get promoted to E5. It depends on what you've done and the effort you put into it. So the first time getting promoted to E5, and my NCO at the time went all out. When I say literally, they decorated the whole pharmacy, the outside of the pharmacy. So the patients that were sitting there in the lobby waiting on their medicine saw these big signs that says, congratulations on your promotion. So that was big for me. I would never forget that. And then the first time I promoted one of my soldiers. And Disha said they need to make their minds with the ACFT. Girl, yes. Who you telling? Who are you telling? I'm not ready for this ACFT. They can keep it. Throw it away. Is it true that some countries... Okay, so we answered this one. This is where my computer skipped to. I would like to go to the Army, but what? But what? Why? What are the best duty stations? So that's a good question, Joshua. What are the best duty stations? I would say it depends on the person. So there is no like this place is the best duty station. That's the same with MOS. People say, what's the best MOS? It depends on the person. I may not like the sun. Some people don't like it hot. They don't like the beach. So maybe going to Hawaii might not be the best duty station for them, but you might have somebody that always wanted to go to Hawaii, and that's their best duty station. Some people would like snow. They want to live where it's snow and it's cold. So maybe Colorado or maybe Fort Drum might be the best duty station for them. Me personally, I don't like the snow, and I don't ever have to see it a day in my life. So that wouldn't be the best for me. So I can better answer that question, like what has been my favorite duty station? My favorite duty station has been Japan. Second favorite is Georgia. My worst duty station, I would say, I don't think I had a worst duty station. All of them I like, but if I had to rate them all, my least favorite one would be probably Germany. And that's crazy because people probably try to get to Germany their whole career. Some people like, oh, I wish I could go to Germany. So it depends on the person and what they like. I'm just scared to go active duty, so I'm going to do National Guard. And if I don't like it, I'll go active. But that's not a good way to determine, because it's just not like, Cammy, you just got to just jump in. Just jump in the deep end. You just got to go fast. How about you go active first? And then if you don't like it, you can get out and you can like maybe do National Guard or something. But going, you're not gonna be able to tell like that. You're not gonna be able to tell. And what are you so scared of? Kane, hey Kane. Hey Kane, the first time to sergeant, was there ever a demotion? Was there a second time to E5? For me, no. I've never been demoted. I've never been to E5 twice. Never ever have I ever. But that's a good question. Places you would love to live. I think I kind of answered this. So I like the heat. Some people be like, I hate the heat. I like the heat. I could take Texas heat any day. Don't put me nowhere where it's cold. I don't need to be in Drum or Colorado or Fort Lewis. Maybe that's why I didn't like Germany, because it was always gray and cloudy and cold. Put me somewhere in Texas, in Georgia, in South Carolina somewhere. That's where I would like to live, but I do not want to go to Hawaii. I don't want to live in Hawaii. I go there to visit. I hear it's all of what you make it. Yes, that is definitely the truth. It's what you make it. Kane said overseas equal best duty stations for me. So overseas, I do like being stationed overseas. Let me just say this. I love being stationed overseas way better than stateside. Like way, 100% better than stateside. And I'm going to tell y'all why. That's probably what Kane getting at too. Overseas, you are a family. When I say family, like tight family overseas. And I think I'm so glad that I went overseas first, and it was my first duty station and my first impression of what the military was. And I got that close-knit family sensation, because the thing of it is, when you overseas, you don't speak the language. So the Americans pull together like a family. Like, so Thanksgiving, we all went to somebody's house. Everybody cooked and brought something. Christmas, we all went to somebody's house. Everybody, you live on base basically, or in military housing. You do everything on base. You stay, you hang out with your unit, with your people you work with. You are a close-knit family overseas. When you go back stateside, this is what I learned. When you go back stateside, you have the option to go into Applebee's, or you can go to the mall, or you can go drive an hour and go across the border to the next state. When you overseas, you can't really do that. You can go out to eat, but you don't really speak the language, so you're more apt to stay with the people you know or stay on base. So you get closer to those people. So I don't feel the family feel stateside, and that's what I miss about being overseas. When I'm telling you, when we was in Japan, we literally every holiday everybody was together in people's house. I hosted Thanksgiving one year at my house, and literally half the clinic came to my house. Like, it was such a family. You see people's kids grow up in the 2 or 3 years that you stationed together. I ain't never been to nobody's house since I've been stationed stateside. Like, I literally have never been to anybody's house that I work with ever. I've never hung out with people like in Georgia. I hung out with my NCO because me and her had kids that went in the same classroom, so we let the kids play together. She was about my best friend. But other than that, I've never been to anybody's house stateside, because people just private. They just go home and they turn off and they do their own thing. So overseas is so much better, such a better experience. So that's why I tell people to go active. Jada said, how early can my husband and kids move with me on base housing? So as early as you like, soon as you get there. You can bring your family with you. So when you graduate basic training AIT, you go home, they pack up your stuff, they'll buy your kids and your husband a ticket, and they literally go with you. They show up with you. They can if you want them to. I have battle buddies in Japan, South Korea, Italy, and Fort Stewart. Okay. That's cool. My name's Kim said, if I choose an MOS that doesn't have a security clearance, if there's a possibility that I end up at a base or company that requires soldiers to get one. Yeah, it could. Definitely. Most places you do have to have a security clearance. And depending on the MOS, like most MOSs, you have to at least have a basic security clearance. So, but yes, you could definitely end up there. My friend is active Army, just got stationed in Alaska, sent me a pic of the temperature, -14. No, thank you. Some people like Alaska. So one of my battle buddies just left from here in Virginia and went to Alaska, and he was so excited. I was like, I would die. I would literally shrivel up in a ball and die if they told me I had to go to Alaska. Y'all, I've come on here in tears. I would not be able to do it. Can you get stationed in Alaska? Yes, you can get stationed in Alaska. There are like 2 or 3 bases in Alaska. People are there all the time. Google it, YouTube it. As Cammie said, but I'm going in at 18, and then I want to go to school in person too. I don't want to do online school, and then I miss my family too much to go active. Okay, so you just need to stay home, Cammie. Just stay home. But if you want to go in person, it's better to stay home and do reserve. Do the military do hair drug tests? No, they do urine drug tests, and it's random, but it's urine drug tests, and they watch you. So ain't none of that. Let me just had the pee under my arm and bring it in. They literally watch the urine leave the body. So you know if they watching it leave the body, they watching everything. Kane said the family aspect is great. I was more getting to the travel opportunities and the money. Yes, that too. We talked about that the other day. The money, the cola, the travel. I'm telling y'all, when I was in Germany, I traveled everywhere. Like if you overseas, you better travel. You better not waste your time staying on base. You better travel. Hey, Alonzo Perry, thank you for joining. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for your girl, please. We got a bunch of new people in here tonight asking awesome questions, and it's because you guys are hitting the thumbs up button and letting YouTube know that we are live and that people need to join in. So Cammie said, right, I'm from Tennessee. We don't have the cold stuff in the South. Cammie, I'm with you, girl. I can't do the cold. I definitely can't. Don't want to. Please don't. Joshua said they do drug tests and basic training. Yep, they watch you utilize. Yes, so that you'll do it. I think you do a drug test in Meps too. So you'll do a drug test at Meps and then in basic training, of course, and then you'll get drug tested like every year. At least every year, but it's probably going to be more often than that because they do random drug tests every month. So there's some people that get picked up every single month. Alonzo said I was at work, so that's why I wasn't on. It's cool, Alonzo. Thank you for joining in when you can. Thank y'all for joining in. Y'all, we are at 50 minutes almost. So I'm going to go ahead and end it in a few more minutes. We've been on here talking for 50 minutes. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. And for the people that's just joining, when I first came on, I was letting people know that I will not be on at 8:30 tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow night. So I am going to probably come on about 6 o'clock. So please join me tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will not be on at 8:30. I will not be on at Friday either because Friday I will be in the air. It is a travel day for me. I will be in the air flying out. So, but I will see y'all on Saturday. And we're going to talk about Miss Vanessa Guillen on Sunday because y'all been asking me my thoughts and opinions on Miss Vanessa Guillen. Any more questions, y'all, or else I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Do the military help pay off school debt that you already had before enlisting? So if you join, so usually officers, if you're an officer, you can do the student loan repayment program and they will pay off your debt. If you coming in as an enlisted, I'm not for certain that there is like something where they pay. Actually, I don't know. My husband had it where they paid off his debt. So I think you have to kind of, but he was in ROTC. So I think there are certain clauses in there, like certain reasons or ways that you can. I don't think it's just for everybody that they just pay off your debt, but you can get it written. You have to get it written in. And I think they only pay off a certain amount that will go towards your debt. It's not like they're just going to wipe everything clean. They'll give you up to a certain amount. But I would definitely check with the recruiter. The other thing you can do is get a bonus. So a lot of times when you re-enlist, so after you come in and you already, you know, serve your time and you're going to re-enlist, there are some bonuses and stuff too that maybe will pay off your debt. I know for me, I got a bonus of $10,000 the first time I re-enlisted, and I just took that whole 10 and paid off my debt for student loans. So it's Cami said, if you become famous like Cardi B type famous in the military, will people act differently towards you or what? Like the higher ranks? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I think they'll still treat me the same. Really, I think they'll still treat me the same. But thank you for wishing that on me, Carrie. Maybe in 2021, I'll blow up like a match at the gas station and I'll be famous. And y'all will be like, I remember when I was on live with her when she only had 25,000 subscribers. But thank you for wishing on me. Can Jrtc pay for you to join the Army? I don't know if they'll pay for you. But you can join. You probably come in with a little bit of rank, Alonzo. If you come from Jrtc, and maybe they can pay, like you can get the clause to pay off some debt or pay off some stuff, but they probably won't pay you, no. If you're not Samsy, you need to go ASAP. You'd be a great candidate member. Thank you, Kane. I actually went back in, what is this, November? In September, and I didn't make it. So I'm going to go again in, the next one is March, but I don't think I'm going to go in March. I think I'm going to go in June because I haven't studied since September, and it's already about to be January. So I would have to take the battalion, go to the battalion board in February. So that's like in a month. So no. But I'm going to go in June. I'm definitely going to go back at least one last time. But thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all joining me in this live, y'all. We've been live for 50 minutes, 50 whole minutes. So I am in the middle of my Vlogmas, y'all. Y'all already know Vlogmas is where I go live every single day about 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from December 1st through December 25th to answer all of your military questions. So please join me tomorrow, y'all, at 6 o'clock because I won't be on live at 8:30 because I have to work. And I will be back tomorrow to answer all your questions. I'm going to go ahead and end it now. I will see y'all all tomorrow.